Hi, this is Murray's Tech Time, and today we're going to be doing two things. The first thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be listening to the Takstar SGC-600, which is just out of frame, and it is sitting right there, and it's about 12 inches away from my mouth. And hopefully this will make a much better sound than it did on my last video. My last video, it was sitting on the camera, which is about 2.5 to 3 feet away from me. And you could hear some hiss in the background because I had to turn it up because the volume was lower. Hopefully we won't have to this time, so it'll keep the hiss down. And then we'll have a nicer sounding audio. Don't forget that there are a bunch of fans in my computer, which is just below the desk right here, and so that'll bring in some background noise. And I made sure that the microphone was set up exactly the same way as it was before, and I never adjusted the volume control on the camera either, so it's set up exactly the same. The only thing that's different is that there's a 15-foot extension cord for the audio from the microphone going to the camera. That's the only thing that's different. Rest exactly the same. Oh, and that the fact that the microphone is way closer to my mouth. Now, what we're going to talk about is the systems that I had up last week. For about a month I had 3 systems, a $500 system, a $600 system, and a $650 system that were little gaming computers, and I kept the parts up and stuff like this and whatnot on PC Part Picker for approximately a month, and I tried to keep them at that price for that period of time, which I was successful in doing because it was all within $5 above and below the cost of the system. So this time I sat down and I figured out a system, and I went sort of just one system, and I went in between the $500 and the $600 one, which is $550. And so I'm going to try to keep that one going for at least a week. So if you were watching this a week or two in advance, then check it, because it might still be around that $550 mark, because I don't know how long I'll do this one for, but I'll do it for at least a week, if not 2 weeks. So the parts that we have right now come to $546.88, and they're from a few different places, and you kind of have to get them from a few different places now to get the best price. That's for sure. Now, all these prices are in American funds. So the first thing that I picked was the AMD Ryzen 3 3100. It's a quad-core processor. And it's right here. And the price on it from Adorama is $105.95. I almost said that wrong. And there's a few pictures of what it looks like there. I can make them a little bigger. So we'll pick this one. So there's the box, there's the CPU, and there's the cooler that comes with it. So the next one is the motherboard, which is an MSI B450M Bazooka Max Wi-Fi Micro ATX motherboard, and it's from Newegg, and it's $93.98, and that's it right here. Make it a little bit bigger. It's got a heatsink here. Notice the heatsink up here, but it doesn't matter because this heatsink here will take care of it anywhere up to probably a 3600 or even the 4600 whenever it comes out, most likely, as long as it's about a 65 watt part. And It's a max, so that means that it'll work, this P450 will work automatically right out of the box on any 3000 CPU. So now the next thing is the memory, and we didn't go cheap here either. We got a G.Skill Ripjaw V or 5, 16 gigabyte kit, so 2 times 8 gigabytes, DDR4 3600 CL18 memory, and that's $59.99 on Amazon. And there it is right there. So there's 2 Ripjaw 5. The next thing is the storage. And this is not too bad either. It's a Silicon Power A60 512 gigabyte NVMe drive. $54.99 on Amazon. And this is it right here. Now, this one can read, I think it's up to 2100 megabits per second, and the write, I think, is a maximum of 1100, I think it is, something around there. So it's not one of the fastest NVMEs, and it's a very good price. Now, the video card. Video card is an MSI Radeon RX 570 8 gigabyte overclocked GT. And that's for $144.99 from Newegg. And that's this one right here. And so there's a picture of what the card looks like. So it's a nice looking card. But anyway, it'll still run on the system fine. You can just hook it up to your TV, or you can get a monitor for it, or whatever you like to do. Next thing is the case, and it's a Roswell FBM X2. It's a micro ATX mini tower case. That's just to get you started because it's inexpensive. It's only $39.99. Cases are expensive. CPUs are expensive. And what do you call them? Power supplies are expensive right now. The least expensive things is memory and storage. They're going down a little bit in price because there's more of them on the market than there are people buying. It's the other way around for the rest of the stuff. Now the next thing is the power supply, which is $46.99 at Walmart. And this is 80 plus white. It's a 500 watt. Very good. I've had quite a few of these, and I've had no problems with them. What the system is going to draw is around 299 watts, and this is 500. So you've still got a couple 100 watts, so that you can upgrade your CPU if you want to later. And all of the cables are attached because you're getting a very inexpensive one. And there it shows you 80 plus, and it's white because the label's white, so they call it 80 plus white. That's the lowest 80 plus version you can get, but it doesn't matter. That means that it's over 80% efficient. I think they're 82 or 83% efficient, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And so there you go. And that's what it looks like there. That's the system. And that's for $546.88. So, you can let me know what the audio sounds like, please. And if you have any other ideas, what would be like a better option in the parts for any of the parts there that you know that there's a better buy, let me know. Just put it in the comments and I'll have a look-see and we'll see if we can get them in there. And that's probably pretty much it for today. So if you like the video, thumbs up. If you don't like the video, thumbs down. I want to thank everybody for watching and listening. And please stay safe and keep well. And we'll see you next time. Bye.